What's up, what's up, everyone? Welcome back. I am Van, and we are all the LFR family. Thank you so much for clicking play. Hopefully, you click that like button as well. Before anyone, for all of the men who pull up, I just wanted to tell you, Happy Father's Day. And I'm saying it to you early because you deserve it. You earned it. So we're going to wait until a couple of people get up in here. No Diddy. We're going to wait until a couple of people pull up. And then we're going to have a phenomenal conversation because I got something to say. First, I want to say thank you to everyone who has been supporting the channel. And yesterday we did a live stream and we talked about some things that we probably shouldn't have talked about. And that is the jab. We talked about the jab and already know better. But I talked about it anyway because it came from some really good conversations, vetted conversations. Part of it was coming from the Patrick Bet David podcast, which is Valuetainment, and Patrick Bet David does his thing. He had Chris Cuomo over there debating Dave Smith, and it was a phenomenal conversation. What's going on, Shay Brown? Shay Brown. Shay Brown. Wow. What's up, Lisa Marie? Welcome, Lisa Marie. Hello, Lisa. How are you doing, young lady? Anti-communist, Wagwan. How you doing? Much love to you all. We're going to wait until a couple of people get up in here. No Diddy. And please do me a favor, guys, when y'all pull up, click the like button for me. And if you're feeling extremely generous, hit the share button and share this bad boy on Facebook, share it on X, and make sure people come on over here and join the conversation. We're going to have a really good conversation. It's going to be really quick, for about an hour and a half, something like that. But please do me a favor, hit the like button. That's the only price of admission for watching my live streams, to simply hit the like button. You know what I mean? And again, if you're feeling extremely generous, go to the share button below this video, copy that link, and place it on X, Facebook, all of that. And for that, I say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is going to be a good conversation we're about to have. All right, so let me speak to my people. Jose Castro, Wagwan, all Democrats are evil. That is not the case, man. I know some really nice Democrats. I know some really amazing Democrats, actually. And they're my family, they're my friends, they're my past co-workers, my past church members. I know a lot of Democrats that are awesome. So I appreciate the energy you're bringing up in here, because that's the type of fighting spirit that we want. But I'm not going to say that all Democrats are evil, man. That's just crazy. That's like me saying that all Republicans are amazing, and that's not the case. So some Republicans are buttholes. All right, the hairy ones, the stanky ones, the ones that make your nose go, make that stank face. That stank face. All right. Shout out to Cha Cha. What's going on? Jason. This is my first time saying hi, long time listener. Thank you so much for pulling up and saying hello. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Finding Dory. Hello. She's saying hello to everyone. What's going on? Y'all make sure y'all say hello to Finding Dory. All right. Thank you, Anti-Communist, for sharing it on your channel. I appreciate it. Dustin, what's up? Diane, what's going on? See, Diane Hall, I gotta, whenever I see you pull up, you remind me of my guardian. I promise you, because y'all have the same exact name. So much love to you. I appreciate that. Jay Tyrus, this Vincent Everett Ellison currently on Tucker tells it like it is. Vince Everett Ellison is a beast. He's a monster. And if you have not checked out Vince Everett Ellison yet, please do so. Specifically to my Black Democrats. Here's one thing, guys. I've been registered as a Republican for the last 12 years, but I've been voting Democrat all my life. I was voting Democrat as a Republican because I was trying to be a Trojan horse for the Democrats. I was trying to sneak in as a Republican, be registered as a Republican who voted for Barack Obama, who voted for Hillary Clinton, who voted for Joe Biden. Why did I do that? Well, my head was in the sand with politics for a long time. I did not pay attention to the issues, the bills that were being passed, all who were affected by certain people being president. I wasn't paying attention to anything until I was forced to. And thank goodness for this YouTube channel because you guys are partially the reason why I was forced to look further into it on both sides. I check out both sides still to this day. My wife comes in the house and I'm looking at Newsmax, I'm looking at Fox, I'm looking at CNN, I'm looking at MSNBC because I want to hear everything. Everything. Hopefully you start being like that too. Because some of y'all like, ew, MSNBC, ew, CNN. Sometimes you want to know what they're saying on the side, on the other side. Sometimes you want to know what they're talking about. Sometimes you want to know what your enemy is planning. All right. What's going on, Carol? Hello, Carol. Thank you, Jay. Shout out to Shane. Like your content and watch as many of your videos as I can. Thank you so much, Shane. I appreciate that. That means the world to me. I don't know why you watch my goofy looking self, but I appreciate it. Catalia, what's up, cat? Hey, Catalia. Shout out to the LV Nation pulling up. Yes. Y'all are amazing over there. Shout out to all of LV Nation. Shout out to Lou Valentino, who is the king of LV Nation. Shout out to him. I appreciate you all. Let me see. Leanne Porterfield says, my man Van, my demon rat brother, my demon rat brother has seen the light. Hey, why I gotta be all that, man? See, they call Democrats demon rats. Y'all are just something else. He's voting Trump 2024. This from a man who was foaming at the mouth, anti-Trumper. Yes, I was an anti-Trumper. Anything about Trump, I thought that he was racist. I thought he didn't like black people. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it would serve Trump well, and this is just coming from me. It would serve Trump well to stop saying how much he is doing for the black people. He don't have to say that anymore. His track record speaks for itself. Anytime a politician gets in front of thousands of people and they start talking about how much they have helped or blessed a certain group of individuals, it comes off as disingenuous. It comes off as pandering. I'm letting you know this right now. If you don't want to take it, cool. Completely up to you. You ain't got to believe it. But I'm letting you know, I still watch MSNBC and CNN because I want to know what they're saying, the same as I want to know what Forbes, Fox News, Newsmax, and a couple of others. I watch a bunch of stuff, and I read some things too from Guardian, from I don't read New York Times anymore, but New York Post, not Washington Post. That's nah. But what's going on, chat? Do me a favor, hit the like button. That is absolutely phenomenal. And before we go further, I just want to say this. Anyone who's looking to grow a YouTube channel, that's what I do all the time. All right. I'm very passionate about helping people grow their YouTube channels. Reach out to me at van.hall at lfrfamily.com with the word coach. Okay. With the word coach. Some of y'all probably saying, I don't want to be no content creator. I'm not trying to talk you into being a content creator. But what I want you to do, though, is have a voice. All right. I want you to have a voice. I also want you to learn this social media thing. I want you to learn this tech thing. You cannot ignore it for so long. All right. We look 30 years from now. A lot of us who are 40 and over, we've seen a time where there was no internet. We've seen a time where there was no cell phones, where we use DVDs and VHS tapes and Betamax tapes to watch movies. Now we go into softwares or to apps, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Peacock, Hulu, and Tubi, and you name it. And we watching all of these films directly to our television. So times have changed like on a what? And I don't want you to be left behind. I want you to learn this internet thing, specifically YouTube, and put your voice out there, put your passion out there, leave some value for the generations who are behind you. That's important too. That's extremely important. And if you need to know how to get started, or if you already have a channel and you don't know how to push it forward, reach out to me at this email right here with the word coach. Okay, let's get to it. We about to get to the nitty gritty. All right, guys, let's get to it. I'm about to don my tools. I have sent you coach, and coach several times. Have you sent it to my email address? I'm talking to Malawi Mama Evangelist. Send it to my email address, van.hall at lfrfamily.com. Also, man, I'm a little upset that Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving did not pull it off against the Boston Celtics. I actually believe that Boston Celtics are going to win the NBA Finals. I'm a big NBA guy, but I'm a little pissed off that Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic didn't do what they had to do. But it's not all on them. It's the rest of the team. The rest of the team didn't show up. You know what I mean? So they got to take some of that too. But at the end of the day, you got these two heavy-hitting superstars who can change everything if they stand up, if they show up on offense and defense. I firmly believe that. I don't know if there's any other basketball heads out there, but I am one. Also, early Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Please do me a favor and put a 100 in the chat for all the fathers out there. We celebrating fathers, all right? I do realize it's Pride Month, and we're supposed to be celebrating everything else but fathers, but I want to celebrate fathers because being a father has been my number one job. I thank God that he blessed me with children. I thank God that he blessed me with a wife to make some babies and raise them babies together. But all of you men out there who don't feel appreciated, who have raised children, or you have nephews and you have nieces and you participated in that, I want to say happy Father's Day to you. And I'm rocking my Father's Day hoodie right now. You know what I mean? I don't sell these. I actually bought this when we were on vacation. Shout out to all the 100s y'all are putting in the chat. Y'all are showing so much love. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And yeah, the Celtics are going to put it off, but I wanted it to be a far more entertaining joint. Okay, first up the bat, we got our girl Joy Reid. Yeah, I know y'all love some Joy Reid. And the only reason why we got Joy Reid is because she's crying foul. She's saying that Republicans are petty. She's saying that conservatives are celebrating and dancing on Hunter Biden's grave because he was convicted with 34 counts. Let me tell you something, Joy Reid, before we even play this. I want to say this. Joy Reid, this is all smoke and mirrors. I believe that this conviction of Hunter Biden is all smoke and mirrors. I also believe that we should not be celebrating this because this could potentially harm all of us. We already know that the individuals on the left have been looking for a reason to start taking away everyone's guns. Well, if the president sacrifices his own son to go down first, just to make an example out of all of us who know people who may smoke a little weed from time to time, but they are also a gun owner, they can be charged for some of the same things that Hunter Biden has been charged for. So understand this, it's smoke and mirrors. They're trying to tell us to look over there, look over there. See, we're trying to be fair. How come the Republicans aren't trying to be fair? This is what they're trying to do, man. Don't fall for the okie doke, guys. Do not fall for the okie doke. I know I'm not, but I'm always here to hear what y'all got to say about it. All right. Happy Father's Day again to all of the dads. Look at the Father's Day shirt. Yeah. World's greatest father. Yeah. Great father. I'm a phenomenal father. You better get on my face. Okay, here we go.
But we begin tonight with Justice for All, an ideal enshrined in the motto on the Department of Justice seal, Qui pro domina justitia sequitur.
In the chat, please give me a thumbs up if you love Joy Reid and give me a thumbs down if she can kick rocks in her socks.
In Latin, or roughly, he who takes legal action on behalf of Lady Justice. The phrase expresses the ideal of a system of justice in which every American is equal before the law. But if you ask MAGA Republicans, that entire system, state and federal, has been weaponized entirely against one man.
Last week's verdict in New York shows how corrupt, rigged, and un-American the weaponized justice system has become under Joe Biden and Democrats.
It's impossible for anybody to deny that looks at this objectively, that the judicial system in our country has been weaponized against President Trump.
This is a justice system that hunts Republicans while protecting Democrats. This was certainly a hoax, a sham.
The conspiracy calls have become so loud and repetitive that Attorney General Merrick Garland felt the need to speak out today and rebuke the resulting threats against the DOJ and the public servants who serve there. In a Washington Post op-ed, Garland wrote, "These heinous threats of violence have become routine in an environment in which the Justice Department is under attack like never before." Garland specifically mentioned attacks on the special counsel's prosecution of Donald Trump. Now, he could easily have included the state prosecutors, judges, and anyone else involved in any way in holding Donald Trump accountable for his alleged crimes, as well as their families, who've also faced vicious threats from MAGA fans. But that's not in Merrick Garland's purview, because he doesn't supervise state prosecutions, only federal ones. Look it up. It's in the Constitution. So in defense of those federal prosecutors, he added, we will not...
Hold on, time out. Why does somebody write this? His name is Sergeant Grizzlegrits. Hey, thank you so much for saying happy Father's Day to me. I really appreciate it, guys. But all of the thumbs downs y'all been putting, y'all really don't like Joy Reid, do you? This brother said free Trump's hair. Oh man, you petty for that one. You are petty for that one. Oh man, a sip of tear came out of my eye just now. And I don't cry. I'm a thug. I'm a gangster. Stop playing with me. Y'all really don't like Joy Reid, man. I don't know how many thumbs downs I've seen. This is crazy. Lisa Marie, I'm with you. Lisa Marie says that this Hunter Biden situation, it actually hurts Trump if you think about it. Not only does it hurt Trump, it hurts all of us because they're making an example out of him. They know that it's not going to negatively affect or it's not going to negatively impact Joe Biden. Hunter Biden's new news is not going to negatively impact Joe Biden. All right. But if they're able to get away with this right here, because they're like, okay, paperwork crimes, we can give somebody 34 counts. They even gave Hunter Biden 34 counts. 34 counts. Come on, man. Really? Like they are really playing games. They playing games with us, man. Okay, let's go.
Not be intimidated by these attacks. But it is absurd and dangerous that public servants, many of whom risk their lives every day, are being threatened for simply doing their jobs and adhering to the principles that have long guided the Justice Department's work. And speaking of that work, all of this is taking place as a jury today found Hunter Biden guilty on all counts in his federal trial.
Now, this right here, they're trying to use this as some way of saying that we are fair and you are not. If he can be convicted, if Hunter Biden can be convicted of paperwork crimes, if Hunter Biden, they're not charging him for the real stuff. They're charging them for the little things. They're not charging them for the real stuff. They charge him for the real stuff. Then I'd be like, yeah, screw him. Throw him off. I mean, do everything you got to do for him, whatever. But that's not what's happening. That's not what's happening, man. I want y'all to really pay attention to what's happening right now, bro. Sis, I don't want to call y'all bro. Let me stop. That's the bad habit for me talking to the youngins and always saying bro. You know what I mean? And also, if there's any trolls out there who got something to say, feel free to pull up and say it with your chest. I will send you the link. Please make sure y'all point out any trolls. Okay, let's go.
Tied to his purchase and possession of a gun while using drugs. Like Trump, he faces potential jail time.
You hear that? Like Trump, he faces potential jail time. No, he does not face any potential jail time. That's why Karine Jean-Pierre will not admit, she will not confirm nor deny whether or not Joe Biden will pardon him in all of his crimes that he has committed. She won't say. She won't say. Of course she's not going to say. She don't want to give y'all all the tricks. This right here, they're playing chess too. They're trying to play chess too. And if you fall for it, you just as foolish as they are.
So let's take a moment to unpack how ironic this is, given all the huffing and puffing from the right. Irony number one involves taking a look at how different the trials of Donald Trump in New York and Hunter Biden in Delaware played out, and who was present for them. Hunter Biden was surrounded at his federal trial by loved ones, including his mom, First Lady Jill Biden. During his trial, she was there nearly every day, showing him love and support. Trump, during his state trial, was mainly surrounded by his federal political surrogates, who even cosplayed in their best Trump lookalike outfits.
Okay, first of all, his sons were at all of his trials, and his daughter-in-law was at all of his trials. How come you're not showing them? But you're showing all of the support that he had. So that's a great comparison right there. You're saying that Hunter Biden His mom came and his wife came because love was in the building. Okay, I got you on that. I got you on that. Well, did he have any other support other than that? Who came out for him that represents the left, that represents Joe Biden? Huh? We already know what this was, man. Did Joe Biden come? Did Joe Biden take his old ass to any of them trials? The answer is nah. And that's another thing, too. They're trying to say that Joe Biden is not mentally capable to stand trial, but he is mentally capable of running for president again. I don't get that. But I digress. Let's go.
Outside the courthouse while launching the vicious attacks that Trump was barred by a gag order from hurling at the judge, his daughter, and the jury. Melania never showed. And the 2 times Trump's sons, Don Jr. and Eric, showed up. They used their rare appearances to join in the attacks.
Melania never showed. See, you see how they trying to compare the whole thing, but I'm here for it, Joy. I'm here for it.
The right praised those attacks, thought they were awesome. Now take a look at how they portrayed the First Lady showing support for her son.
What message is the White House sending having Jill Biden walk into the courtroom? This is the First Lady of the United States.
Typically, if someone sits there during jury selection, it's because, they're sending a message. They want the jurors to look at you to say, like, look, here we are. This is a big deal.
You got Jill Biden at the trial, but she wasn't just at the trial. She was at the selection of the jury. And I can't help but think that she was there trying to send a message. I'm here. She's got her arms around the family members. And then you've got kind of the mob mentality. We know who you are. We're in the courtroom and we're watching you.
Yeah, so scary having his mom there. Irony number 2 is that Hunter's case revolves around gun possession. Now, let's not forget that the right doesn't believe in any restrictions on gun ownership. Republicans around the country are looking to arm teachers. They have authorized guns to be brought into mental institutions in Texas. And they want people as young as 18 to be allowed to handle AR-15s, even though those are the weapons of choice for mass shooters.
Woman, if you don't shut the hell up, I'm so tired of people on the left acting as if the mass shooting gun is the most dangerous gun out there. First of all, the AR-15 is still a semi-automatic. It's still semi-automatic. It's not automatic. You're not pushing the button one time and it's just going to. It's not going to do that. The most detrimental guns that's being used are the ones that's being used in our inner cities by these youngins who can get their hands on one extremely simple and then turn it into a switch. They can turn it into a switch where they turn it into a Uzi-like firing and they missing everything but the person. They hitting everything but the person that they're aiming for. So for them always bringing up the AR, put together, go ahead and count all of the people who have been shot in mass shootings. That's all the Democrats talk about. But for some strange reason, they don't want to talk about all of the killings that take place in these inner cities that are being controlled right now and run by liberals. That's my issue, guys. If anybody's ever wondering, why is Van starting to be more understanding of the conservative point of view? That's why. Because I actually care about what goes on in the inner cities. I'm from the inner city, Southeast DC. I see these youngins burning each other up on a day-to-day basis. But Joy Reid, she's not going to point out that. She's not going to point that out. Also, I want to let her know that Republicans are keeping the same energy because they don't want this to be the thing that takes down Hunter Biden. They don't want this to be the thing because this right here still infringes upon our rights. That is not changing. Now, she's going to see some people who celebrating, obviously, because this is Hunter. But we already know that he's not going to be treated like the regular Joe Schmo. He's not. He's not going to be treated nearly as bad as they've been treating Trump. So come on, man. Let's just make some sense here.
Even as we speak, we are awaiting a decision by the Supreme Court that could allow domestic abusers to have access to firearms. But in this case, the silence from the gun-worshiping right defending Hunter's right to bear arms for a gun he had in his possession for all of 11 days is deafening. And irony number 3, I think, is the biggest one. The right says the DOJ is weaponized against Trump. That's kind of hard to see given today's verdict. In fact, it shows that the Justice Department has no problem prosecuting the son of a sitting president. In fact, one could argue Hunter Biden is being treated worse than your average citizen, given how rare a charge like this is.
Oh, show ass up. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, please forgive me. I'm sorry, Joy. Please be quiet. That was foolish. That's what I was saying. Okay.
This also marks the first time an immediate family member of a president has been found guilty of a crime during his time in office. We should also note the speed of this case. Unlike Trump, there were no long delays. Hunter Biden could do nothing to stop this trial from moving forward, nor his next one for failing to pay $1 million in taxes that he's already repaid.
You all did not want this to stretch out. You all wanted this to play out exactly how it played out. You wanted to sacrifice this man. Hollywood does it all the time. Why will we not believe that that the Democrats are doing exactly what Hollywood does all the time? You don't mind sacrificing your young so you can win. That does not say a whole lot of positive. That don't give me a whole bunch of positive, warm feelings about Joe Biden. He is willing to sacrifice his young so that he can win. And so is every other Democrat. But you all know how this is going to play out on social media. You know how it's going to play out in mainstream media. You get it. We're not stupid. Then she's going to try to say, did y'all just now hear what she said, man? She tried to say that he's being treated worse. How the hell is he being treated worse? How's he being treated worse? This dude gets money from other countries. He's getting diamonds sent to him from China. This dude he's rolling in the dough right now. He's good. His pops is the president. His pops set up his opponent and try to act like I ain't had nothing to do with it. You know, that's states. I'm federal. I ain't had nothing to do with it. That's all them. That's all them. Well, we're going to talk about one or two of them DAs that they assigned to take Trump down, who ended up losing her job to take Trump down. Why? Because she wanted to get her groove thing on while she was on holiday with other attorneys that she was paying. We're going to talk about that in a minute. I know y'all saw the thumbnail. Oh, this about to be juicy. And make sure y'all are hitting hitting the like button, guys. Hit the like button. That's the only price of admission. Also, hit the share button. Share this bad boy to Facebook and X. All right? If y'all do that, bruh, we can take over. We can take over the world, son. We can take over the world, bruh. Okay, let's get to it.
And the reality is that Hunter Biden is likely going to face the full gamut of consequences for being a felon, including trouble getting a passport, challenges in getting loans, needing to check that felon box when filling out a job application, none of which will likely happen to felon Donald Trump, who, unlike Hunter, is wrapped in the protective cloak of a former president and presidential nominee, and who also happens to lead an upside-down American flag cult that includes members in Congress and apparently even on the highest court in the land. Joining me now is Congressman Jared Moskowitz of Florida, former Republican Congressman Denver Riggleman, who served as a senior advisor to the—
We don't care to hear about any of them. All of them can kiss our grits because we already know what y'all are about. Going to try to act like this whole thing is just the same as the Hunter Biden trial, or Hunter is being treated even more unfairly because y'all are going at him and y'all are being hypocrites and all this other stuff. Joy, be quiet. See, something that they like to do is when we start making sense of a thing and we start tying our pieces together, they say that we are conspiracy theorists, right? But she just now did the exact same thing, and it's okay because it's my show. Y'all remember when Byron Donalds was on her show trying to get a word in and he couldn't? All she said was, but look, this is my show. This is my show. Well, God dang it, Joy Reid, this is my show. And you're going to get the business because that's what we here to give you. All right? Now, y'all put Fani Willis on Donald Trump. How did that go for you? Huh? How did that go for you? What about Respucia? Huh? Y'all put her on there too. How did that go for you? It didn't go well at all. I'm about to show y'all this video right here that has Fani Willis's lover, her lover, Nathan Wade, and he was being interviewed by CNN. This was supposed to be a softball interview. The young lady was not supposed to ask him anything that would hurt him or Fanny or anybody else in his camp. And he was just sitting there. He knew this was going to be a nice, cool interview. I'm just going to smile for the cameras. I'm going to look sharp in my suit. You know what I mean? I'm going to answer these softball questions. I'm going to go to lunch and I'm going to look good again. I get my job back. I look good for the public. You know, I'm Gucci after that. It didn't quite go that way. Why? Because this dude was not told, don't be too honest. He wasn't told that. This right here, I've never seen in the interview before. This dude, and this is Nathan Wade, the guy that was messing with Fani Willis, who was the DA, the lead DA, trying to take down Trump. All right. And they used to go on little trips and, you know, do their little thing. Yeah, I ain't got nothing to do with that. They grown folk. That's their business. That's their business. I ain't got nothing to say about that. But she asked him a couple of questions and he was being too honest. And his team was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Time out, time out, time out, time out, time out. This was live, bruh. This was live. Sorry to call y'all, bruh. This was live. They went over to this dude, told him to take his microphone off, pulled him over to the side. I'm not even going to tell you. Y'all about to see for yourself. This is crazy, bruh. I'm sorry for calling y'all bruh. I'm not going to call y'all bruh again. I'm going to let you see it for yourself. And you tell me what they was doing because this is wild. What, did they pull him to the side so they could go pray? You know what I mean? Maybe they pulled him to the side so he can go pray or something. I don't know. It looked like a prayer circle. Man, let us pray for a minute because, brother, you feel like you need the spirit on you while you answer these questions. Brother, we don't want you to get Joe Biden in trouble. I mean, to get yourself in trouble.
What is your current relationship with the district attorney?
Just as outlined earlier, we are great friends. We speak regularly. You know, the conversation has changed, though. You know, whereas before our conversations were about this case. I'm sure you could imagine and appreciate the amount of time that it takes that you have to pour into a case a case of this magnitude, trying to prosecute those defendants. But our conversations have shifted to how are you handling the threats that are coming your way? Are you being safe? And democracy, the case will live on, kind of thing.
Just to clarify, when did the romantic relationship between the two of you start?
Before he answers that, because he didn't answer that right. She said, "How are y'all communicating now?" He said, "Well, the communication changed. We're no longer talking about the case. Are y'all talking about y'all? Are y'all still doing the thing? Huh? Peaches and ice? A little bit of whipped cream? A little bit of couples only fans? With a little mask so nobody knows you? Making sure you cover up them tattoos that would identify you? You know what? Let's continue. But y'all, just want you to know that this is about to go off the rails. But this is the same lady from CNN who interviewed Trump, and she tried to get him in a gotcha moment where she was like, "Which one are you for? Are you for the Ukraine? Or are you for Russia? Are you for Israel? Or are you for Palestine?" And the way that Trump answered that question was golden. He said, I want them all to stop fighting. I want people to stop dying. And she was like, "That's not what I'm asking you. I want you to pick one so we can put this on our channel and make fun of you." He would not fall for it. Okay, let's go. This dude about to be pulled over to the side, and I want y'all to let me know what he said wrong or what he was about to say that got him pulled into a huddle so that they can call an audible in the things that he was supposed to talk about.
Yeah, so we get into, there's been this effort to say that, okay, these exact dates are at issue, and these exact dates are. I'm getting signaled here.
Yeah, you saying exact dates too much. You're not dancing around the questions is what you're not doing. You are answering questions, and sir, you did not come here for that. We did not bring you here for that. We did not talk to you before this interview for that. We told you not to answer any questions, but you're answering questions, and that's going to get you in trouble. You should know that. You're a lawyer. Everything you saying can be used against you in the court of law. All right? And this dude is answering questions. He said, because we know the exact time. We know the exact, I'm getting signaled over here. I'm getting signaled. They're telling me that I need to, You're saying what? They telling me that I need to be quiet. I can't be talking to you. Hold on. They about to come get this brother, and he's about to go into a huddle. Okay, break. Then they're going to clap, and he's going to come back. Watch this.
Yeah, take it. You want to go off mic for a second?
Yes.
Okay. Go off mic for a second.
Keep rolling?
Yeah, keep rolling. Don't stop down there. Stay at speed.
Now, listen to me, brother. You know you're not supposed to be answering these questions. You do know that, right? So next time you go out there, I'm going to need for you to dance around anything she asks you. As a matter of fact, I want you to flip them on their head and start an argument if she asks you something that's too personal. Right now, what you're doing is you're putting yourself in the box. You're putting Fani in a box. You're putting yourself in the box. You're making Joe Biden look bad. You're going to get Trump reelected if you keep on answering the questions the way you answer these questions. Now, I'm going to need you to go over there and say exactly what I'm telling you to say. And if you don't, I'm going to put my foot in both of your back pockets. You hear me? Do you hear me? All right. All right. Lie to the reporter on 3. Lie to the reporter. Break. He about to come out and start lying to the daggone reporter. Watch this, man. Have y'all ever seen this in any interview? Ever? Have you ever seen this in any interview? I'm sorry, you say Decoy Voice is in the building. What's going on, Decoy Voice? Yeah. If y'all not already following Decoy Voice, please make sure you do. That gentleman is phenomenal. He's a phenomenal content creator, an awesome content creator, bro. You are doing your thing. You doing your thing, man. Shout out to Decoy Voice. Have y'all ever seen this happen in an interview, a live interview before? I want to hear it, man. And don't forget to hit that like button, guys. Thank you so much. Look, man, you telling that white lady too much, brother. Come on, brother. We talked about this, brother. You telling that white lady too much, brother. Come on, King. Come on, King. You gotta say, come on, King.
That's good?
Yeah, good. Still rolling.
Okay, we're good.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
Hold up, Lou Valentino in the building too. What's going on, Lou? What's going on, Lou? Shout out to Lou Valentino, man. LV Nation, Decoy Voice, man. Bro, I'm all choked up right now. man. LV Nation is in the building, bro. Get out of here. Y'all are dope. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. I feel great now. I feel like I'm covered. You know what I mean? Shout out to Lou, bro. All right, and shout out to Decoy. All right, let's hear the lies that he about to say after he done went his way. Watch this.
Just to revisit the question, it was to clarify when the romantic relationship started and when it ended.
Sure. So, I believe that the public has, through the testimony and other interviews, the public has a clear snapshot that this is clearly just a distraction. It is not a relevant issue in this case, and I think that we should be focusing on more of the facts and the indictment in the case.
Well, I ask because obviously it's still a pending matter. It's going to be before the Court of Appeals, and you talked about how proud you were of all the work that you did in this office. And I think the question that people have when they hear from the Court of Appeals, this isn't happening until next spring, is did the relationship jeopardize that work that you did in this investigation? And
therein lies the issue. Why we wouldn't touch upon the work of the Court of Appeals or some higher court, because it's a pending issue before them. I think that we should allow them, take a step back and allow them to take the evidence that they have and do their work, make the decision.
Right, but you did testify to this, and you were asked about, on the stand, about when it started and when it ended. It just wasn't completely clear, because before it said, before the indictment, which was August 15th here in Atlanta.
Why is she always pinching the corner of her lips? Why is she doing that? I want to just take her lips and be like, lady, fix this. God dang it, fix it. Just not slap her in the side of the face, but just pat her, like, just so she can stop just squeezing the side of her lips. Like, why are you doing that? You're making yourself look foolish. Like, you're not a bad looking woman, but you make yourself look bad when you do that. Not that I'm in a position to say that somebody's a bad looking person. I mean, I realize that I'm goofy looking. Also, speaking of goofy looking, happy Father's Day to all of the men out there. Y'all are phenomenal. Don't let anybody tell you any different. All right. You are necessary. You are needed. Opposite of what Joy Reid told Byron Donalds. Joy Reid told Byron Donalds that a man is not needed in a household. At least he wasn't back in Jim Crow days. She said back in Jim Crow days, the white man was going to do to us what he wanted to anyway. So having a man in the house did not matter, which is absolutely bonkers. Come on, man. So shout out to all the dads out there. Y'all are amazing, and I appreciate you. Okay.
And then later, the answer was at the end of that year. And so I think that was the clarity that people were seeking of when it started and when it ended.
Sure. And there again, there's a question before the court. And that is the crux of the question.
This dude ain't answering nothing now. There again, there's the question, and that's the crux of the question, and that's the corner of the question, and that's how questions are questioning, and that's my question to your question. This dude don't know what he's not answering anything. They said dodge, duck, dodge, duck. He's playing, y'all ever watched the movie Dodgeball? And then he threw a wrench at him and told him, this is how, if you can dodge this, you can dodge a ball. Then he threw it. He threw some power tools at the brother. Man, that was crazy. Okay. He's not answering anything. After that huddle, after that power huddle, who was that dude in a white shirt? That dude looked like his father or something, like he was coaching him like I told you. All right? If you go straight up, the big man is going to block your shot. You need to come to a jump stop, pump fake, let the big man fly in the air, thinking that the ball is up there, and then you shoot your shot. Okay? Now, when you go talk to this white lady, lie to her. Don't answer any questions. And he's not answering any damn thing.
Don't choose to say or do anything that would jeopardize the case or the court's ruling. I prefer to allow them to make their decision based upon what they have and accept it.
Do you believe, as you reflect on this, that your relationship with the district attorney was a mistake?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. What I believe is this whole conversation is a distraction. That's all.
How is this a distraction? Y'all was using government time and government dime to do your thing, huh? And I hope y'all was using protection, okay? Because I already know when y'all go on them daggone destination trips, and she couldn't even name some of the places y'all been because, you know, she a city girl. When y'all was on them destination trips and y'all was looking over at the daggone water, the clear water and the trees and people having a good time, and y'all on the balcony sinning because y'all not married. You're sinning. You don't know how many people have been in her tunnel unprotected, but you're sinning. You didn't put on no prophylactic not one time. I read the daggone transcript of the back and forth from the news. I go get it. They said you ain't wearing no prophylactic. So don't even try to lie on this show and say you wore a daggone prophylactic because you're lying, Jack.
It's a tool to stop the train, to slow down the inevitable, which is the trial of the defendants named in the election interference case.
Do you believe the trial ultimately happens?
Absolutely. Absolutely it happens.
Mr. Wade, thank you.
He's saying that he believed that it's a daggone, this is BS right here. He's saying that he believed that this is just a distraction from the case. It's not a distraction from the case, bro. It's not. Fani Willis, she was not supposed to be having sexual relations with the lead attorney who was going to be trying this case. That was just foolish. It was foolish. And she's under investigation for it. And you're going to sit there and say that you don't believe that this was a bad thing? Bro, accept responsibility. It was indeed a bad thing, especially since it stopped you from doing what you was trying to do. Maybe minus the debauchery, you might have achieved your goal. That's just me, though. That's just me. Okay, to Chuck Schumer. We about to start talking about some Chuck Schumer now because apparently he said some things that got him in a little bit of trouble. Now, John Kennedy decided to point out everything this dude said verbatim. He's not holding back. And I'm here to share with y'all because it's necessary. These guys, they say, they do whatever they want to say and do, and we let them off the hook time and time again. And we needed to hear what Chuck Schumer said, because this dude, maybe there are some evil Democrats out there, and maybe Chuck Schumer is one of them. But I'm going to lean on y'all for that, because you all have a pretty good lay of the land when it comes to this politics stuff. And also my poll. Thank you so much for the 447 people who answered my poll that says, who will be our 47th president of these United States? The first one was prayerfully Trump, if it's fair. And the second one is, it's Biden for me. Sorry. And 2% of you answered it's Biden. So 2% of the people inside of my live stream are going to vote for Biden. I need for us to point out the 2% that's going to vote for Biden, so we can bully them inside of the chat. I'm just playing. We're not going to bully anyone. All right. But I do want to know who picked that 2%, because I want to hear from you. It says a lot to me, that even in this room, you're saying, yo, this is who I'm voting for. I want to know why. I really want to know why. It will mean the world to me to know why, for real. All right, let's hear from Jonathan Kennedy.
Senator from Louisiana.
Madam President, reserving the right to object. And with all the respect I can muster for Senator Durbin, and I mean that, Dick, I do not believe that most of my colleagues think this bill is about ethics. This bill is about abortion. In June of 2022, the United States Supreme Court decided the Dobbs case.
Wait a minute. Y'all said today is Trump's birthday? For real? Happy Father's Day to Trump. Man, happy birthday. Happy birthday, brother. Somebody said LSU 19 said it's tomorrow. June 14th is Father's Day and Trump's birthday. Whoever said today is Trump's birthday, they look at you getting checked. You just now got fact checked quick. And everybody was like, see that? Whoever said it, you're still a good person. You're just trying to get us to celebrate. But you're just one day short.
It returned the issue of abortion to the American people through their states. While the Supreme Court was deliberating that case, my colleague and my friend, Senator Schumer, went over to the Supreme Court. And on the steps of the Supreme Court building, I was there. I remember it like it was yesterday. This is what Senator Schumer said. I quote, "I want to tell you, Gorsuch. I want to tell you, Kavanaugh. Not Justice Gorsuch. Not Justice Kavanaugh. I want to tell you, Gorsuch. I want to tell you, Kavanaugh. You have released the whirlwind, and you will pay the price."
This is Chuck Schumer talking to Gorsuch and Kavanaugh, okay? And he's telling them that they will pay the price. Sounds like a threat to me. More like a promise. Because Schumer has pull. And if he tell you that you're going to pay the price, guess what? You're going to pay the price. Something like Corn Pop had to pay the price for trying Joe Biden. You do not test Joe Biden back in the day when he was around 20, when he was around about early 20s, 30s. He was a bad boy, Jack. And Corn Pop did not know what was ahead of him. He did not know what was about to go down when he tried Joe Biden. All right? So that's how Chuck Schumer is talking to Kavanaugh. All right. Because we already know that Corn Pop was a bad dude. Yes, he is. And we also know that if you don't vote for Joe Biden, you ain't black. Okay? So I believe that after this election, I guess I'm officially a Caucasian man. And I can finally see what it's like to live as a Caucasian. I can talk in my most white voice possible that was taught to me by Eddie Murphy when I was young. He taught me how to talk like a white man. And so did Martin Lawrence. All right. So after I vote for Trump, I guess I'm no longer a black man. I am a Caucasian. And when I see people on the streets, I can no longer greet you like this. Hey, what's up, bro? No, I got to greet you like this. Hello, sir. Good day. All right. Good day. Because when I voted for Biden, I'm like, what's up, dog? Ain't much. I see you there. I holler at you. Okay. Not any longer. Hello. Okay. All right. Nice seeing you, sir. All right. You got it, buddy. You got it, bud. All right. So again, if you vote for Biden, you're black. If you don't, you're not black.
You won't know what hit you.
Ooh, that's a
Senator
threat.
Schumer said. If you go forward with these awful decisions. Close quote. What we're seeing today with this legislation, in my opinion, but most senators agree with me, is part of the promised whirlwind. And I do not believe that we should try to undermine the integrity of the institution of the Supreme Court of the United States because we're unhappy with one of its opinions. I will withhold my objection at this time, Madam President, to allow my friend Senator Lee to speak.
Hey, what does John Kennedy do? What's his job? What is John Kennedy's job? And currently, what is Chuck Schumer's job? Y'all like, Van, really? Really, bruh? You don't know? You don't know their jobs? Why are you doing political commentary? Because I'm trying to learn, guys. Everyone who does political commentary don't already know everything. I'm one of those people who don't know everything. I probably know like 15%. And every day I get another 2%. You know, I look at stuff, I read stuff, I do my own commentary on many different things, and I learn. And I listen to y'all. I see y'all fact check back to back to back, and you give me things that I can take with me and become a better content creator. Same thing you do for other content creators. And for that, I say thank you. All right. But from what I'm hearing, Chuck Schumer, he was a law professor at LSU. Okay. So John Kennedy was a law professor at LSU. He's from Virginia, but he is a senator currently at Louisiana. Okay. And I guess he's beefing. I ain't Googling nothing. Google would be wrong, George. And George said, Google it. I Google everything, but not right now, brother. I'm live. Well, I'm live, man. I'm live. I'm not going to do no live Googles. Me asking you is my live Google. You're my live Google. When I ask you, and if you have the answer, then you give it to me. If you don't, then you don't. So I'm thinking that George, what's his name? I'm about to mess with you now. George Kerr don't know the answer. George Kerr don't know the answer. That's why he said, Google it. Schumer is the senator, minority leader. He's a senator. He's in the Senate and he's a minority leader. So he's part of the problem. He is part of the problem. Huh? That's what he is. And that's why he came down so hard on Kavanaugh. He was like, look, y'all keep on pushing me. You're going to regret it. Count your days, brother. Count your days. I have a question. When white people get mad at when one white man gets mad at another white man, does he call him a cracker? That's the question. Please let me know in the comments. That would be absolutely phenomenal. Because I do know when one black man gets mad at another black man, we might use a choice word that some white people are not supposed to use. Apparently it's frowned upon in this establishment. Okay. And everyone is saying, no, that's not. They're saying, no, we don't call each other that. Why would we call each other that at all? No, we don't call each other that. Oh, man. Did y'all say, they said, no, we don't. Not even close. Look, I asked and I received an answer, man. That's all I asked. Listen, I asked the question, I received an answer, and I appreciate the answer. I'm not going to argue with you. Look, okay, honky is the derogatory term. Okay, then I won't use that term. Okay, at all. Not again. Anyway. Okay. All right. Where's that other joint I wanted you guys to see? I just now put this bad boy to the side. Oh yeah, here we go right here. All right, so on my thumbnail, you saw a picture of this young lady by the name of Bartiromo or something like that. Is her name Maria? Confronts Dems on treatment of Trump. And yeah, this joint gets into a heated exchange. I've never really seen a back and forth like this on Fox Business before. But when I came across this, I said, yeah, I got a daggone cover this. I'm going to watch this with you guys. And y'all let me know what y'all want me to know in the comments. Don't forget, guys, if you can, hit the like button for me. That will be absolutely phenomenal. Shout out to all of the dads out there. Happy Father's Day to you all. Although I'm early, I want to say it just in case I don't get an opportunity to say it. And I also want to say it just in case no one else tells you Happy Father's Day, because whether you're a good or bad dad, you're still a dad. And I want to say Happy Father's Day. Celebrate yourself, all right? And also celebrate the people who made you a dad or an uncle. You know what I mean? If you're an uncle, I give you that love too. If you're a big brother, I give you that love too. You know what I mean? Because you play a position, you play a part, a very important part. Okay, here we go.
Attorney General Merrick Garland in contempt of Congress over his refusal to hand over the Biden-Hur audio. I spoke with the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, just moments ago, and why he wants that audio. Watch.
We know that this White House heavily edits things that President Biden says, and they have a history of that. And so we have a responsibility of oversight to ensure that what Robert Hur did and what the decision that he made not to prosecute, what's obviously clear violations of the law, was justified, and that the transcript that they gave us matches the audio. That's a very simple issue, and we are certainly entitled to the information that's being sought.
Joining me now is Michigan Congresswoman Debbie Dingell, a member of the House Energy and Commerce and Natural Resources Committees, as well as the Select Subcommittee on the Coronavirus Pandemic. Congresswoman, great to see you again. Thanks so much for joining me. Your reaction to what you just heard and to this vote?
She looked like her last name is Dingell. I don't know what that means, but she does kind of look like her last name is Dingell. Like if somebody told me her last name was Dingell and I just met her, I'd be like, makes sense. Makes sense.
Look, I think that yesterday's vote is a continued politicization of going after various secretaries. I actually have a great deal of respect for our Attorney General. I do not think he was playing games. I think there was an investigation. He did not find cause. Republicans didn't like the outcome. And I would really ask us, Maria, on all sides, we had to stop, we had to take a deep breath and stop politicizing people that are in public service. This is a gotcha moment, really. It's not going to go anywhere. We need to be working together on a lot of bipartisan issues that need us working together to solve a lot of problems.
And I think a lot of people feel that way. I agree with you on some level for sure. But have you told the FBI that? I mean, do you think that there's been a political attack on President Trump since he first entered Washington in 2015?
I think that...
What's the answer?
You know, I have to say this to you.
What's the answer? Has President Trump been attacked politically because he's President Trump? Because he's Trump, has he been attacked politically?
Well,
and it's unfair.
I think there are a lot of political attacks on a lot of people.
No, I'm asking about Donald
President Trump.
What about Trump?
Well, President Trump does some things that I have had issues with. You know it.
I like Maria. She's a boss. She's like, yo, answer my question. No, I'm talking about Trump. Answer Trump. You're dancing. Answer Trump. No, you didn't answer yet. Trump. I'm talking about Trump. Trump. Don't make me come across that daggone table, lady. Maria looked like she's about to choke Dingell. Look like Dingell might catch these hands before she leave about the studio.
Two of us have had interesting spars, but
Like
we
what?
do it directly with each other, as
What
you know.
specifically?
I think he does some things. I think the way that he goes after people, I think the way that he sometimes twists the facts.
Right, but
I wish.
But I'm asking about that on him.
He was
The
just
attacks on
convicted
him.
of 34 counts in a court of 34 counts of
Right.
a felony in a due process by a jury of his peers.
Right. What was the crime?
That's
What was the crime,
something.
Congresswoman?
What was the crime?
Yeah.
The crime was that he lied to people. He manipulated payments that were being made. He violated the law in terms of why was he making these payments.
Do you
It
see
was a
any
jury of
similarity?
his
Do you see any
peers.
similarity to the 51 intelligence officials who lied about the Hunter Biden laptop right before the 2020 election, calling it Russian
Look,
disinformation?
Good question. I doubt she's going to answer it, but great question. You know what I mean? Shout out to the old rich senators and Congress people and all these. They just got some money. Let me tell you something, man. Whenever my wife and I, we go shopping out Bethesda, we drive through certain areas. Man, those houses, oh my gosh. These houses they live in is crazy. It's nuts. Jeez. Oh, there we got some beautiful houses. I don't know what made me stop and say that, but I just like looking at people's houses. Not that the grass is greener. I don't want to live in their house or take their house. I just admire their houses, beautiful houses.
Hunter Biden, by the way, we have a problem on all sides with Russian disinformation. So I'm never going to downplay. I think we
But
have real
specifically, the Hunter
problems.
Biden laptop was real. They signed a letter saying that it was
and he
Russian
was
disinformation.
convicted.
Is that a similar situation to what President Trump was just convicted of?
Hunter Biden was in a court and convicted.
No, that was gun charge. That was a very separate situation, different situation. I'm talking about the Hunter Biden laptop. Right before the 2020 election, 51 intelligence officials signed a letter saying it was Russian disinformation. They hid the truth before the election. Is that similar to what Trump was just charged with?
I like Maria. How come y'all never send me any content from Maria? I like Maria, man. Yeah, I like Maria. She is a beast, bro. She is serious. Wow. Okay, let's go. I'm here for it. Yeah, Maria, keep giving her the business. She is keeping her toes in her back pockets.
You know, there's an investigation going into that laptop. I don't have the facts. I think you're going to hear a lot more about this laptop in the coming months. I'm not privy, Maria, and about what was on there, what wasn't.
Right.
What
No,
happened,
I'm just asking
and
if it's
I
a
don't
similar
speculate.
situation. Is it a similar situation that people hid truth before the election in 2020 about Hunter Biden, and now Trump was just charged with, I guess, hiding truth ahead of an election about a $130,000 payment he made to a porn star? Is it the same?
It's the same.
First of all, I don't have all the facts,
It's
so
the
I'm
same.
careful.
Nah, you should have all the facts though, because this laptop been out since 2017, right? Right? Am I mistaken? It didn't just now come out in 2019 or right before the election, like 1 month before the election. No, it was out for a minute. And then some people with big platforms got kicked off of Twitter. They lost their daggone Twitter platform because they were bold enough to talk about that laptop, or they were bold enough to put a couple of those pictures or a little bit of the, videos out there. You know what I mean? I don't know why they removed it or why they were kicked off the platforms, but it seems to me like Hunter was being protected. No, not Hunter. It seems to me like Joe Biden was being protected, because if we all had access to that laptop and everything in it, guess who would not have been the 46th president? Go ahead answer. Come on, this is an easy pop quiz. This is going to be the easiest question I ever asked. The easiest question I ever asked. Go ahead. Okay, she's not going to answer. Joe Biden, the same guy that used to bully Corn Pop when he was back in the day. Yeah, that guy. He probably wouldn't be the 46th president if we all would have had access to that laptop. But they hid it. They hid that bad boy. And now they're like, it's too late now. What they going to do? Let everybody have fun with it. Whatever. They are sacrificing hunters so that they can continue to look like they are fair. Y'all are not fair, man. How many of y'all falling for this? Please let me know how many of y'all are falling for this game that they are playing, bruh. I'm not falling for the game, man. Not at all.
I'm sorry.
I think I don't have all the facts. I think a lot of people were looking for facts, didn't know what the Biden computer was. I still don't know. I think this Trump trial happened after I don't know all the facts related to this. I read lots of stuff.
Well, I know that the DOJ used the laptop as evidence in the gun trial against Hunter Biden. So they obviously looked at the laptop. They said that it is real. And we knew that it was real at the time, but 51 intelligence officials said it wasn't. They lied.
Well, I don't have the letter in front of me. Look, nobody's above the law. I want to make that really clear.
Of course. That's their saying right there. That is their saying. They're told to say that. That was in the email. Everybody say nobody's above the law. Everybody say convicted felon. Okay, now that Hunter's a convicted felon, we're not going to say that anymore. We're going to take convicted felon out of what we talk about. Talking points, no more convicted felon, okay? Because people just going to throw that back. As soon as they say Trump is a convicted felon, we're going to say, well, so is Hunter. They can't talk about that no more. But they do want things to seem like they are fair all across the board. Seem. They not fooling nobody, bro.
Nobody. The rule of law needs to work in this country. We've seen it twice now. In the last month, people have been convicted. And I want to know that the rule of law works. Nobody. Do. And I don't care if they're Republican or Democrat or who they are, wherever. The rule of law is a very important fact in our country.
I totally agree. Do you think President Trump has been treated fairly in these last 6 years?
Yeah, I do. I think that media on both sides can go after people, but I think Donald Trump's brought on a lot of his own problems, quite frankly.
I think she said Donald Trump has brought on a lot of his own. No, lady, you guys have been setting this up from the gate. You guys have been doing some extraordinary work and making sure that you was trying to make sure you was trying to take him off of ballots. What type of work has he done to be taken off of ballots in different states? He had to fight that. Y'all tried to take his money. Y'all tried to make sure that y'all put Respucia, what's her name? Letitia James. I call her Respucia Lattimore from Norbit. I don't know if y'all ever seen Norbit, but when you get an opportunity, Google Norbit Respucia. All right. Letitia James, same people. All right. And if you don't think they're the same people, then let me ask you this then. Since you're so smart, have you ever seen Letitia James and Respucia in the same room at one time? Huh? Have you ever seen them in the same place at one time? No, you have not, because I'm just saying, maybe it's not two people, maybe it's one. Until you start picking up what I'm putting down, you need to play catch up.
Yes. Well, the former president has been hitting the campaign trail this week, and he's headed to Michigan, your state. I want to get your take on that. Fox News polls show that Trump is leading Biden by 3 points in your state. 4 years ago, Biden was leading by 8 points. Congressman, what do you think is going on here in your home state that Trump is actually leading Biden in these polls?
So I think it's early. I think Michigan's a total purple state. You know, I've said that. Maria, you were one of the only people that believed me when I said Donald Trump could win Michigan in 2015.
That's right. You said that.
And I was right.
Yeah,
and then it was a competitive race. We are a very purple state.
Excuse me, guys. 1 second. My wife is calling me. I got to answer this. All right, guys, I am back. I'm not in trouble, word vendor. I don't get in trouble, man. I'm a grown man. I'm a grown man. Sleep on the couch. Are you kidding me? This is my house. They say happy wife, happy life. I don't subscribe to that. I subscribe to happy spouse, happy house. Fellas, y'all need to write that one down. If you ain't get it, you'll get it on the ride home. But it's happy spouse, happy house. As long as I'm taking care of her, she take care of me. But you ain't gonna tell me to sleep, get a bad back, sleeping on the daggone couch, and you're not gonna tell me to get out of the house just because you got an attitude. That's what you're not gonna do. That's what you're not gonna do. Okay, let's get back to it.
I think Donald Trump understands the insecurities of a lot of people and is very good at talking to them about it. There are a lot of issues in Michigan. It's not just one issue. I think this race in Michigan could go either way. Democrats have to do a far better job in delivering the message, talking about the issues. Donald Trump knows how to, he does talk to people's insecurities. He doesn't necessarily deliver on what those insecurities are or the promises that he makes.
Well, he delivered certainly in the border, right? I mean, that was his main issue when he was president. And we were at, what, I guess a 40-year low or something, a 40-year low, I believe it was, in terms of border apprehensions. And now we're above a 20-year high. So when you take a look at the border issues and the fact that we've let in people who are on the terrorist watch list, do you feel that the Democrats and the Republicans see the national security threat that is a wide open border the same?
I want to say this to you. I think there are a lot more issues in Michigan than this.
Answer the question about the border, please, lady. Just answer. Miss Dingle, I'm going to need for you to answer the question. You will not Nathan Wade us after he left the conversation and went to a huddle where he was told not to answer any more questions. You're not going to do that. Maria, hold her accountable, please. Hold her feet to the fire. Make sure she answers the questions you ask, please.
The fact of the matter is, Donald Trump stopped. Republicans and Democrats in the Senate worked for months to reach an agreement that didn't make anybody perfectly happy, but would have done something. And Donald Trump said, don't do it. We don't want to win. The border has been a problem through Republican presidents and Democratic presidents.
Don't you dare try to act like the border has been the same today as it was yesterday. That is a bold-faced booger juice lie. Yes, I said it is a bold-faced booger juice lie, and you are telling it right now out your daggone mind. And I'm sure y'all haven't heard booger juice lie before, because I was trying to think of something else and I accidentally said booger, and I said, okay, what can go with booger? Juice, you know what I mean? And that makes no sense. I'm not going to explain it, but she is lying. Here's the thing, guys. I do realize that she has a side that she is there to make look good. She's trying to make the Democrats look good. She want to make Trump look bad and Joe look good. That's what she wants to do. Maria is not having it though. But here's the thing, and I need y'all to take this away from this conversation. If you take nothing from this conversation, when we're given the opportunity to have honest conversation and be objective and learn something from a side that opposes our thoughts, maybe we should just humble ourselves and not feel like we know it all and just have the conversation. Like, I'm going to say some things that might make my side look bad, but guess what? I'm going to learn something. But I would expect that from your side as well. What this lady tried to act like is the border crisis has been the same today as it was when Trump was in office, and that's not the case. I'm hearing that there was a point, and I don't know if it's still that, but there was a point where 15,000 people were coming across the border per day. Per day. Ain't nowhere in the world Trump was going to let that slide. He wasn't letting that slide. As a matter of fact, when he decided to do something about it, you all called him racist. Everyone on the left, every single news syndicate was saying that he was racist. He didn't like all these other groups. He didn't like these brown countries. He didn't like... Come on, bro. But now, what is it that Joe Biden is doing? Joe Biden is hearing. He got his ears to the street. No, he don't. He got somebody that's telling him, Joe Biden, President Joe. Now, listen. We have looked at the polls, and people actually care about immigration. So you're going to have to do something. And it's going to have to be something big. And they was like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do what Trump tried to do. But we told him he couldn't do it. As a matter of fact, we blocked it as soon as we got into office. just so people can think that we are going to go hard on immigration, but we still want people to come in the right way. We're going to try to do it that way. So we're going to say, no, we're not doing what Trump said do in the first place. No. Y'all remember, I don't know if y'all ever seen a conversation that Peter Doocy had with Karine Jean-Pierre. He was asking her, ain't this the same thing that Trump tried to do when he was in office? I think that you guys blocked that and you called it racist at one point. And she's trying to act like, no, this is something that's unique to Joe Biden. He's doing something because he loved this country. And what he's doing is nowhere near as bad as what Trump has done. Come on, man. We're not playing for that anymore. We're not falling for these games anymore, bro.
It's gotten much worse under Biden. You know that. It's gotten much worse under Joe Biden.
I can go back. I'm going to tell the 9/11 happened under a Republican president.
Yeah, but that wasn't about the open border.
Why the hell you going to bring up 9/11, lady? What? Why did she bring up 9/11? Ain't that what they try to do with Jan 6? Yeah, they did. Don't try to, I'm sure y'all seen it. They try to actually act as if Jan 6 was just as bad as 9/11. And they still trying to, because they would do and say anything to win. And this is, again, for anybody who believe that Van and all these other people who are leaning conservative are just saying what we want to say because we're being used by the right to say something because they need to use some colored people to say what they need us to say. Bull sugar honey iced tea. All right. Something that's happening is anybody who's paying attention can see the stark contrast between Trump's presidency and Biden's presidency. Completely different. Like completely different. And I do realize that I am on the side opposite of majority of black people in this country. So that kind of make me a bit of a weirdo. Okay? Just let y'all know that. But you can say that I'm a Democrat. Just say that I'm a Democrat who will be supporting Trump. Say that. And again, that makes me not black because Hunter Biden said, if you don't vote for me, Joe Biden said, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. So I guess starting in 2025, I will be black Caucasian, or Caucasian black. Okay. So I'm gonna have to give me one of them blonde wigs that Joy Reid got so I can be Caucasian black. Hey, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciated JDA 79. And this bad boy reads, everyone crying racism everywhere is simply projecting their own. I agree. You're not going to get anything from me out of that. I agree. And I will say this too. If you are racist, tell me. If you are racist, tell me. Be honest. Be honest. If you're racist, tell me. Then I can make the decision not to be around you. I can make the decision to be around you. I know how to move around you. I don't like snakes, but I love honesty. If you are racist, you tell me. If your grandparents were racist, tell me. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean I'm going to shun you. It does mean I'm going to address you the way that you're supposed to be addressed. We're going to have some serious conversations. I'm not the type of person that walks the opposite way simply because we think differently. Nah, not at all, man. If you can hear some of the things that my family have said back in the day, and a lot of people that are near and dear to me have said about the white man, please. Some of my coworkers who have said some things about the white people, shit. You got your daggone mind, man. Everybody trying to act like they sitting on some type of soapbox and they're better than somebody. We are not. We are all filthy rags, and we need to work together more and have these conversations that's going to lead us to a better place, period. That's what we need to do. And if I would have said it pointing my thumb, you might have thought that I was running for office, but I'm not, because people who run for office, they dance too much. They got people to, and another thing, they're asking, why is it that more black people don't support conservatism? Why is it? Well, I'm going to tell you why. It's because there's not a whole bunch of programs on television, on the radio, movies, or whatever, that conservatives represent a whole bunch of blacks. or browns. There need to be more entertainment type of programs to come on that represent the black people. And unfortunately, that's not happening in conservative land. I'm always on that television going like, okay, let me see what these commercials look like. Usually the commercials tell you what the lay of the land is. Now you go to MSNBC, you're going to see them dancing and partying and talking about Juneteenth, and they're going to be waving their little pride flags, and they're going to be having a good time with the black people, and you're going to see Joe Biden standing there just smiling because he's an old dude. He's not able to move like that. You know what I mean? He's old as hell. And again, I'm not making fun of old Joe Biden either. I make fun of Joe Biden for being, for the decisions that he made, or for being foolish, or for saying some of the dumb things he said, or saying some of the racial things that he has said. But for him to be old and all that other stuff, nah, man, because old is the goal. And I don't make fun of old people. I don't. I mean, I kind of made fun of Dingle, who's on this panel right now getting destroyed by Maria, but I didn't make fun of her because she's old. I make fun of her because she sounds foolish and she's afraid to speak the truth because she knows that's going to make her side look bad.
It wasn't about the open border.
They came in under it, and they came into this country. We didn't catch those terrorists.
So how come we
terrorists trying to come in?
We all witnessed 9/11. I was there. We all felt it. We all had friends that we lost, and we know that it only took 19 people to take down the Trade Center. Why are we okay with having 350 people apprehended on the terrorist watch list? Why are we okay with 50,000 Chinese nationals coming in through the open border in the last year? Why aren't we doing more about that right now, Congresswoman?
We need to be doing more about it, and we need to be putting more money, which has been cut, into border agents. We need to be putting more money into asylum. Rhea, this isn't simple because we also have farmers, we have small businesses that need workers, that they're not coming in. It's impacting the economy. We've got,
you say we should be
so complicated.
Wait a minute. Wait. Did y'all just now hear that? Hold on. Did y'all just now hear what she just now said? She was asking her, why is it only took a handful of terrorists to come into the country and do what they did to our country on 9/11. But now there's a list of more than 300-400 people on the watch list, the terrorist watch list, that have made their way across the daggone border, and we're not concerned about it. What can we do? And she says, she started making up excuses, first of all, but then she says there are farmers who need more workers. Okay. Are you saying that the illegal immigrants can fit that bill? Are you saying that when she said, and the economy is this, are you saying that the illegal immigrants who are skipping the line and ducking out and we don't even know that they're here. We don't even know that they're here. They can fit that bill? Bruh, that's what she just now said. I know I probably heard it wrong, but I'm about to play it just one more time. Listen to her. Listen to her. I think she said what I think she said. In my opinion, I think she said what I think she said.
On the terrorist watch list, why are we okay with 50,000 Chinese nationals coming in through the open border in the last year? Why aren't we doing more about that right now, Congresswoman?
We need to be doing more about it, and we need to be putting more money, which has been cut, into border agents. We need to be putting more money into asylum. Rhea, this isn't simple because we also have farmers, we have small businesses that need workers.
We have farmers and we have small businesses that need workers. And those workers will be the undocumented workers that they can now hire under the table that can save their business and save their farms. Come on, we picking up. Oh yeah, I think I'm locked into her frequency now. I'm able to speak her language. Oh yeah. Yeah.
They're not coming in. It's impacting the economy. We've got,
so you say we should be
so complicated.
Wait a second.
No,
You're talking about illegal immigration versus illegal, right? I'm talking about illegal. I know we need workers. It's fine. But I'm talking about we have a structure in place to do that legally, right? We give out, what, 1 million visas a year?
But we don't have people. We don't have people to even process that. We need to be putting more money. So are you justifying an open border right now? You're justifying an open border right now? I'm not justifying.
She most certainly is. She's saying that we don't have the people in place to do the job properly, so we got to do the job improperly. That's what she's saying. That's what I'm hearing anyway. But hey, my 2 pennies don't mean a daggone thing, I guess. Maybe because I'm black.
Find an open border. I want to go with the compromise that was reached by the Republicans, led by Republicans in negotiations. And why did we not move forward with it in the Senate? Because we didn't want to give them a win?
Because it was allowing 5,000 illegals to come in a day before doing anything about it. And even the president's executive order right now has all these carve-outs. I mean, Congressman, come on. One of the carve-outs is unaccompanied children. Really? Unaccompanied children? The drug cartels have been exploiting unaccompanied children for years. And now that's a carve-out in the president's open border executive order?
Hold up. How old are these unaccompanied children that get to stay? Are they saying that if it's an unaccompanied child, they get to stay? At what age? Because she's saying that, although Joe Biden is trying to make it seem like he want to do something tough and positively affect immigration as it stands today, that one of the carve-outs was that children under a certain age can now just come on in, and if they're unaccompanied. So I want to understand this right here, because that is child labor. Thank you, Teresa. That's child labor. But I want to understand why. And also, where are we getting the money to fund these people? And this is not conspiracy. These are coming from videos that I actually watched of people on the street going to these hotels and talking to these migrants, all right? And they're asking them where they're from, how long you've been here, what was the process of you getting here, or you just walked across the border, okay? Is the government giving you anything, or they are? What are they giving you? They're giving me and my family a credit card with money on it. What else are they giving you? They're giving us bags with clothes and toiletries in it. What else are they giving you? They're housing us in these hotels and shelters rent-free. What else are they giving you? They're feeding us for free, and we don't have to use our cards. What else are they giving you? On and on and on. Why wouldn't we have an issue with that? Because I want for everybody to have the same life that I have. I promise you I do. And what I mean is not that I have a luxurious life, because I do not. But I'm saying a life in the best country in the world, arguably, but I believe it is in comparison to these other countries, because I don't know of any of you who are planning to say, well, Dubai is beautiful and this country is beautiful and Canada is gorgeous and blah, blah, blah. My question to you is, if you think that those countries are better than the United States, will you move from the United States to that country with no added benefits, just how you are, making the money you make, if you can make that money there? The answer most times is no, because people understand everything that they can get from here. But anyway, I want I want immigrants to go through the process properly and be able to benefit off of all the things that we benefit off of. You know what I mean? Because we are real children of God. And I want all children of God to be able to experience things the way that they're supposed to. But I also know that they're going to go through their own stuff as well. So we don't always have to be Captain Save them. We don't always have to try to save somebody with a dollar that we don't have, because that's exactly what's happening. All right. So and you're not going to, anybody that comes here, bro, illegal, we're not going to be able to kick them out. We're not. Do you know how scary it is? And I hate the fearmonger, but I have to say this. Think about it. Just think about this. What if some killers are coming over here and we don't know who they are? Huh? They can get jobs quick with other drug dealers, other killers, other gangsters that need them to do their dirty work, and they are never found out. You don't know who they are. They ain't got no fingerprints here, nothing. They can do whatever they want. They ain't even got to wear masks. They ain't got to cover up or nothing. or nothing. They can just go do that dirt, go back into whatever dark hole that they're chilling in while they're here, or their high life that they're living in. Come on, man. It's just so much stuff that can happen if we don't think properly. Like, it takes us all to control, to secure our country, bro, or sis.
Maria, this is a very complicated subject that no one's been able to deal with for decades. Instead
President
of
Trump dealt with it.
politicizing.
Hold on one second, guys. My baby girl is calling me. Hold on one second. My baby girl didn't know how to control the AC in her car, so she needed to call me and fuss at me a little bit, as if, yeah. See, Minx, I like what you just now said. Minx just now said, and I know this is not a super chat, but I want to read this. She says, "What the F do you mean if, Van?" Minx, first of all, I want to say, who do you think you talking to, lady? Don't you realize I'm black? You can't talk to a black man like that. That's racist. There's hundreds of thousands of criminals, if not millions now. Yeah, you're right. But guess what? When Trump was first saying it, they was calling them all types of bad words, man. They was calling them all types of bad words. It was like, when Trump was like, they're going to send us the worst that they have. They're going to send us their worst over here. And we don't believe it. It was like, he's racist. He's only saying that because they're brown. He don't like brown people. But guess what? Latinos for Trump is serious. The Latinos for Trump is serious. They not thinking about that foolishness that they are trying to program us to think. So now black people are walking around thinking that Trump is racist to Mexican people or Hispanics or, whatever, Latin people. And that's not the case. It's not the case, but we buy whatever, especially since we're ignorant toward it. We don't watch enough. We don't do our own research. We don't watch enough news on many different channels. I'm talking about everybody. We want to see what everybody's saying so we can chop them down with facts. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm saying. Minx, you didn't have to talk to me like that. That's kind of mean, especially on Father's Day. I don't get it. You claim that you support the channel, but you're going daggone cuss me out talking about what the F do you mean? She rolling her neck and everything. She grabbing air. What you mean? What the F do you mean? If. What do you mean if? Huh? You might as well call me one of the bad words. Don't make no daggone sense. Just mean for no reason. Mean and surly.
President Trump dealt with it. We were at a 40-year low in terms of apprehension.
I respectfully disagree with you on that.
The House passed H.R. 2. Did you vote against H.R. 2?
I don't remember.
You don't remember
honestly.
If you voted against H.R. 2?
I can't. It was under Donald Trump, and I can't remember what I voted on back then. So I should have. That
was an important bill, H.R. 2. You don't remember how you voted?
I mean, she is old as hell. So come on, Maria. Remember her age, please. Like, my wife would ask me something, and I'd be like, I don't remember. She'd be like, what do you mean you don't remember? I just now said it this morning. I'm like, I don't remember. Sorry. I tried, but if it's not important enough to take over some space from something else that I was thinking about, then it's going to go over there until you remind me again.
Maria, it's early morning, and it was...
Well, it's 10 to 8 in the morning, Congresswoman.
I know, and I get up I'm in the office at 5:30. I have to go back. I don't give false facts.
Congresswoman,
but I want to protect the border. Yes. It is a real issue. We need to be putting the dollars in, and we need to be working together. on it instead of politicizing it.
Yeah.
And that's what we always do. We do it as a gotcha against each other. Why isn't this an issue we
What's
can
the
work
gotcha?
together on?
I'm talking about 350 people apprehended from the terrorist watch list. I'm talking about 50,000 Chinese nationals having come in the last year.
We don't want them to come in.
Fentanyl flowing.
But
What's
we
the
don't have
gotcha?
people.
What is the gotcha?
Well, the fentanyl, by the way, is an issue that's killing everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
But because Republicans will not put the money into what we need to protect the border. Why can't we have negotiations as Republicans and Democrats like they did in the Senate and then move forward and try to move it? Why?
Wait a minute. So she's saying, okay, conservatives, this is where I need you, please. And I'm looking in the comment sections for this. When I ask the question, I actually want answers because y'all are really helpful when it comes to this. She's saying that the border crisis is where it is right now because Republicans are refusing to add funds where there needs to be funds in order to handle this. So just using my wacky 46-year-old brain, black brain at that, minx, who was being mean to a black man. I don't know. Racist. All right. But my question is that true? And why is that? Are you trying to make Joe Biden and the Democrats look bad? Or is there more to what she's saying? Because is she just outright lying? Like, what is it? I want to know. I want to know. Money won't fix this. No, she's not telling the truth. Democrats won't cut the pork. So they got a whole bunch of add-ons that they're trying to pass with the immigration bill that they're trying to pass. She needs a nap. Okay, that could be that. Y'all are mean, man. So pork is under the bill. So it's too much pork. It's too many favors. It's too many scratch my back, I scratch your back type of things. Look, we want to fix the border, but you know what I mean? I do want to get $100,000 for my city so we can build this playground that I'm trying to build. What exactly is going on, man? I'm reading y'all words. They won't negotiate. Well, they need to. They need to grow the hell up and negotiate. It's because we don't want to pay for other wars in other countries and the border. So in order to support the border, the bill that they're trying to pass to support the border also supports funding other countries for their wars? Is that what you're saying? Oh man, y'all are schooling me today, Jack. I love it. We have laws, enforce them. Manuel Rosario says because Democrats do not make standalone bills, they always hide stuff along with with bills, and Republicans decline them. So when they make the bill is to take care of the border, but unfortunately, the Democrats try to sneak a couple of petty things in there saying, yeah, if they really care about the border, then they will fund whatever other stuff we put on this. So, and the Democrats know this, and they like, and the border clearly is not that important to them already. So they like, well, it'll make it seem like it'll give the appearance that the Republicans are the ones holding this up because they want us to look bad and we want them to look bad. So they just some little ass kids, man. They act like children, bro. They act like children. For real. They really do act like children. They're lying, hitting stuff in the bills. So that's the pork that's hidden in the bills. You're awesome. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate that. Much love to you. God bless you. Ukraine. So I'm guessing Ukraine is in the border bill. In order to fund the border, we also have to fund Ukraine. And y'all like, nah, we're not doing it no more. We already gave them however hundreds of millions of dollars, and it's not happening no more, bro. Tell them to kick rocks and socks. All right. So the truth is the rep already gave enough money during the Trump administration. Oh, get out of here. Republicans already gave enough money during the Trump administration, and they're saying that that's not enough. Oh man, this thing is flipping on its head. Hold on. Denise says she knows she voted against Republicans, period, regardless of the actual bill. And if it helps or hurts Americans, she don't give a damn. That's what Denise says. Wow. So we're just in a constant state of cutting our nose off to spite our face when we need to be coming together to actually fix things. Y'all have put me up on game. I appreciate it. Yeah. The border bill must stand alone. I like that. Okay. Minx said, and that's the one that cussed me out. They called me all type of F-bombs. Y'all seen it. Y'all was here. Y'all witnessed it. She says it's because that bill is fake. She said it's a trap. It's going to just allow all these illegals to become new citizens within 6 months. Wow. And in 6 months, they'll be voting in November. Wow. Get out of here. Get out of it. Let me see. All right, so the math is a little off. Just gonna let you know that. Because 6 months from now won't be November, it'll be December now. But I get what you're saying. The time that they put it out, that was the issue. And if they're able to vote, then they will have more voters to vote for president. But you don't want the Hispanics that already said who they voting for. They didn't already say who they voting for. That's why Mark Rubio might be he might be the VP, because that might sound silly, but bruh, he speaks Spanish. I don't know if Byron Donald speaks Spanish. All right. Let me see. TM 1776 says the border bill had $20 billion for the border, and the rest of the money went to Ukraine, Israel, and Gaza. Oh, geez. Wow. Get out of it. Y'all some genius, bro. I promise you, y'all are something else. You only have to watch one of the left news, and they say the same thing on all of them. Angel said that. Shout out to Angel. Shout out to Brandon. Shout out to Lisa Marie, Catalia. Thank you so much for helping out, guys. Republicans said no. Okay, because they don't want all that daggone, they don't want all that pork. Okay, I'm starting to get it. It's too much money. It's too much money for things that ultimately don't fix the problems we are worried about. So they have a bunch of money. It's just they're putting them in the wrong places. Okay. Yes. This comes from Lag Plays. Yes. If you want border money, then give us war money. Oh, get out of here. Why are we so pressed to sponsor wars? Do we make a whole bunch of money back when these other countries are fighting each other? And I'm asking y'all this, not to be facetious, but I want the answers. This is some good stuff right here, bro. Sis, I'm sorry for calling y'all, bro. I need to cut that out. Republicans already passed a bill 2 or 3 years ago, and they're saying, nah. Now, be objective with me just for a second. And this is just, let's try to be fair. Would you sign, if you were a Democrat, if you were on the Democrat side, would you sign the Republican bill as it stands? Like, is it good enough as it stands? Be honest with me, because some people won't be honest. Some people like to just speak within their echo chambers, say what the other people agree with, and that's it. And I really want to know. Dems name a bill to lie about what it is every time. Oh, man. Mr. Hawkins says the border plans comes from those steps. The border plans comes from those steps, but is being directed and funded by the Soros Foundation. Open Border Society. Man, they better kill it with that open border crap, man. Forget that. Like, come on, man. Somebody got to take care of them. Somebody got to protect them. Somebody got to clothe them. Somebody got to serve them. Somebody got to feed them. Somebody got to house them. Somebody got to clean up after them. Like, if we don't house them, they're living on the street. And when they're living on the street, where will their excrement be? Where will their food be and their snacks be and all of their trash be? Where would that be? It's going to be somewhere where they're going to have to clean up. This is all coming together, man. This is crazy. No Diddy. All right, just close the border. Problem solved. Just close the border. Problem solved. You don't need any money for that? You don't need any money for that? Dr. Professor, that's a real question. Do we need any money for that? And if we don't need any money for that, what's holding us from doing that exact thing right there? Because I saw that some gates coming across the border were soldered open. Like they were open and they soldered them bad boys so they wouldn't be able to close them. So I want to know more about that as well. We deserve to have standalone bills. That ain't gonna happen, man. They've been playing this game for too long. They know that they can squeeze as much juice out of that bad boy as possible. That's exactly what they're gonna do. See that? I said soldered. They welded open border access gates. This is no accident. They don't care about the border. It alleviates. Now, this is coming from Raymond or Ramon. I don't know your last name, bro. I would be horrible at pronouncing people, at saying people's names at like a graduation or something like that. Ramon Oliveras. They'd be like, nah, bro, that's not how you say his name, bro. Ramon says, though, it alleviates proposals are given to units of appropriate money for a continuum of the head count. No need for needs risk, okay? Replacement at all costs. Ramon, don't send me another message. I don't know what the hell you just now said. I don't know what the hell you just now said, bro. Being honest with you, just keeping it a buck. Love you, though. I love you like a play cousin, but don't send me no more messages. Don't be going to ChatGPT and asking them for no daggone response so that you can post it on my chat. That's what you did. Got me up here looking foolish trying to read that mess. Don't make no daggone sense. You said I'm gonna mess them up with this one. All right, so basically they're just adding a whole bunch of pork and going from there. Okay. Stop giving the illegals cash cards. We have homeless veterans who deserve that money. Yep. Democrats are sneaky mofos. See, y'all gonna stop blanketing all Democrats, man. I told y'all before, I got a whole bunch of friends, family, church members, and old co-workers who are Democrats, and y'all be talking real dirty about Democrats. Y'all be like, man, they some sneaky, dirty, black mother effers. And I don't like them, and they stank. Nah, man, I can't do that. But I am starting to see something. All right, I'm starting to see a pattern. So they need to do something with this pork. They do need to go ahead and close the border. And hold on, I see somebody say Lisa Marie 100. What did Lisa Marie say? They got her 100. Ukraine is a money washing operation. Ew. See, I don't want to get in trouble for talking about anything like that because that still comes off as conspiracy theories. And I don't want to get in, you know what I mean? I don't want to be dealt a raw hand by, YouTube for saying something like that. And shout out to my Twitch family too. The real money is in rebuilding these countries. So the real money is in rebuilding these countries. So that's what they're trying to go ahead and get the fighting out of the way so that they can rebuild them. And thank you so much for the super chat, Lisa Marie. I really appreciate that. That was nice. If she can't remember what she voted on, she has no business in there. You know, most of them are old as hell and they some old farts and they don't belong in there. But guess what? They're going to remain in there because they have no terms. They have no terms, man. They good. There's plenty of sleazy white Democrats too. Yeah. This was dope, man. All right. I got one more thing that I want to share with y'all, and then we out. Hold on, I'm about to go get it. That was a good conversation. As a matter of fact, they didn't even finish. Let me let them finish, and we'll go from there. Okay, let's go.
Why does Donald Trump said, I don't want that bill, don't do it? That's not okay either. Well, that's not solving the problem.
Well, we need a solution. You and I agree on that. Congressman, let me real quick on the Andrew Cuomo testimony yesterday. You're on the subcommittee on the coronavirus pandemic. Your takeaway from the Cuomo testimony yesterday?
We're continuing to go after the facts. This select committee for me is a very important committee. There were clearly things that need to be investigated. We need to be transparent on everything. What I don't want this committee to do, gets there sometimes is to be so political and politicized that we're undercutting people's confidence in public health. People aren't getting the vaccinations they need, like measles. We're seeing measles come back again. We need to make sure we're protecting people in nursing homes, learning and not letting what happened then happen again in the future, because it's not if there'll be another, it's when.
Yeah, it's very scary to think that way. That's true. And that's why we're also afraid of a potential 9/11 attack, which is what some of your colleagues are talking about right now. Congresswoman, it's always great to see you.
They are talking about that? Are they talking about a potential 9/11 attack? Come on, man. Y'all better cut that mess out. Y'all better cut that daggone mess out. I don't want none of that. No problems. I don't want no problems when it comes to that at all. Y'all better stop playing with me. I ain't got no time for no attack. I'm sorry. I just now came across something and I was like, okay, this looks interesting. Did y'all know that RFK was on Piers Morgan? And get out of here. This is going to be lit. This is going to be lit. I might go live later on today to do this or tomorrow to do that. All right. This is going to be awesome, man. Guys, y'all have taught me so much. Y'all have really helped the brother out. Y'all have really helped the brother out today inside of the chat. Y'all really have. But, you know, I appreciate it. Now, apparently, Marjorie Taylor Greene said something that got CNN going crazy. All right. And I don't know what's going on with it, but apparently Marjorie Taylor Greene said something that got CNN going nuts. And Fox News reported on it too. And I want to hear what she said. I want to hear what she said. So first, I'm going to let Fox tell me what she said, and then I'm going to let CNN tell me what she said. Guys, I'm telling you, this is a healthy way to do it because you get to see how they both spin. They both spin all the time. They both spin. All right? All of them are always spinning. And if CNN has more views on the story than Fox does, then that tells me that CNN is something really bad that the people on the right said. You know what I mean? And the left looks good now because they said it. So I want to hear from them both real quick. And I'm glad y'all are here while I hear from it. Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments. I like MTG. She was handed her she was given the business by Jasmine Crockett, though. She wasn't ready for Jasmine Crockett. I don't care what you say. When she said something about her eyelashes, Jasmine Crockett, when she say she was a bleach blonde, bad built butch body, you know what I mean? The 6 B's, the bleach blonde because she's bleach blonde. She's bad built because she don't really have a great shape, and she has a butch body. That's in the LGBTQAI plus community, the butch is the lesbian that takes on the male role. And she said that Marjorie Taylor Greene has I'm sorry. Okay. All right. So let's check it out.
Congressman, among those, having a chance to see the former president again. How did it go, Congressman? Good to have you.
Thanks for having me, Neil. Look, I think the former president took the opportunity to lay out his vision on the issues that matter to the American people, as well as to talk about the need to unify as a party in this election. Look, we are facing the most precarious time in our nation's history since World War II. And what is happening around the globe is an absolute disaster. The threats emanating from China, the Russian invasion of Ukraine, the terrorist attack on Israel, Iran increasing Iranian petroleum sales by over $100 billion since Joe Biden took office. And obviously domestically, our porous southern border, continued inflation and high cost of energy, of housing.
I'm sorry, cuz it's boring as hell. I wanted to hear about something specific, and that's why I clicked on this. And because he said, the thumbnail actually says that Marjorie Taylor Greene said something about told Marguerite Taylor Greene and Congressional. Okay, they're not even covering it. So I don't even know why
Welcome
that,
back. The House
why that
holding
thumbnail was what it was, because it's not what I was looking for at all. But now I am forced to go straight to the other source that are talking about it the most. Let's see what they got.
Her daughter had told him in a different lifetime she, Nancy Pelosi, and Donald Trump would have
wrapped up his meeting with congressional Republicans up on Capitol Hill. It marked his first visit since telling his supporters to, quote, fight like hell just ahead of the deadly January 6th riot. Here's how the current House Speaker, Mike Johnson, characterized this meeting.
President Trump brought an extraordinary amount of energy and excitement and enthusiasm this morning. That is what we're seeing in the party throughout the country. There is something happening in the country. That's the phrase I used to introduce the president this morning, and he repeated the phrase a number of times in his own remarks. People recognize right now in this country that this will be the most consequential election, certainly of our lifetimes, and probably maybe in the last century or more in America. Everything is at stake.
Let's bring in our national correspondent, Kristen Holmes. She's joining us live from Capitol Hill right now.
I don't like Wolf. Wolf is not in it for truth anymore. Wolf is just in it to do his job. He know where his bread is buttered, and that's all he's here for. Simple and plain. And for that, I have an issue with it, because he has a bigger responsibility than to just go to work and just clock in. I'm sorry, but you do. You have a much bigger responsibility than that.
Kristen, what are other Republican lawmakers saying, and what are you hearing from the former president himself behind closed doors?
Yeah, Wolf, I will remind you that this was set up as sort of an introduction to Donald Trump, or a reintroduction. This is the first time he's meeting with these large groups of lawmakers. First it was Hill Republicans. Later today it will be with Senate Republicans behind me.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Trump. H to the O-V.
He became the presumptive nominee, and since he became a convicted felon, the way it was explained to us was that Donald Trump was going to spend the time talking about how he was going to beat Joe Biden in the fall, as well as talk about a 2025 agenda. Now, according to our sources in the room, that's not entirely.
Hey, look at Trump with the fist up. Yeah. Hey, look at that right there, man. This he's riding in the back seat like, yeah, we got this. We got this, man. Yeah, put your fist up in the air for Trump. We got this. Let's go, Trump, bro. I like that.
Entirely what happened. He did talk about one policy issue in particular. He talked about abortion, something we know that has weighed heavily on the former president. He has tried to walk a fine line between both taking credit for overturning Roe v. Wade, while also not wanting to talk about it at all, because he doesn't believe it is a political, quote unquote, winner. But other than that, Donald Trump really spent a lot of the time ranting. He talked about different races. He talked about various Republicans who had voted to impeach him, taking credit for the fact that so many of those Republicans are no longer in office. At one point, he even talked about Nancy Pelosi's daughter, saying that her daughter had told him in a different lifetime.
Somebody asked me, why am I watching CNN? I am watching CNN so you won't have to. And I already know that you're not. But guess what? Certain things are being said on CNN that are not being said on Fox, usually in opposition of what you currently believe. And I'm here for it all, because I actually want the truth. And believe it or not, Fox don't give 100% the truth. They are also a propaganda pusher as well on certain things. They really are. Because there are certain bits of information that I've been looking for as of late that don't really make conservatives look that great. And guess who's not giving out any information on that? You got it, Fox. And I have an issue with that. Like, I'm looking for a news channel that gives the real, that gives that real news, even if it makes them look bad. But I know that's la la land. That's not the real world, because they have people who finance them, and those people support them. Those people who pay for their ads and pay for their studios and whatnot, they lean conservative, and they have to push certain agendas that they believe in. Same thing is happening over on MSNBC and CNN. So I get that, but I'm just trying to catch the things that they're not saying, so I can share them with you all. But I'm also trying to debunk them live. That's what I'm doing. I'm debunking live. Since I'm getting real sharp with my politics, my political skills and debating abilities, I figured I might as well watch some of this and do what I did to Joy Reid. Just in case you weren't here earlier, when I was watching some Joy Reid on CNN, I was debunking her back to back to back. She couldn't get anything by me, son.
Nancy Pelosi and Donald Trump would have had a great romance. It sounded like a real Donald Trump kind of back and forth ping-ponging type of speech. Johnson obviously saying that that was energetic and excited. I will tell you that we had spoken to a number of lawmakers who said that they were hoping that this would bring some unity to the party, which has obviously been very fractured, particularly in the House around Speaker Johnson, First Speaker McCarthy. It does sound like, at least from what Speaker Johnson said, there is some of that rallying around Donald Trump party unity that happened today at that meeting.
Kristen Holmes up on Capitol Hill, thank you very much. I want to bring in CNN congressional correspondent Lauren Fox right now. Lauren, how are Republican lawmakers responding to Trump's remarks today?
Well, Wolf, a lot of the Republicans who are in the House, who were in this meeting this morning, they were already huge Donald Trump fans. Just to give you a sense of the fanfare, when Donald Trump walked into the room, House Republicans actually sang him happy birthday because his birthday just right around the corner. Now, it's also clear that there has been some of that tension that Kristen was talking about. The fact that a couple weeks ago, Marjorie Taylor Greene tried to oust the sitting speaker, Mike Johnson. According to Marjorie Taylor Greene, who I spoke to just a few minutes ago, Donald Trump addressed that.
I really found his speech to be one of my favorite speeches. He came in, talked to the conference.
MTG. Let's go, MTG. MTG bring the smoke to anybody. I like that about her. She is a firecracker. And no, I'm not saying cracker because she's white. I'm saying firecracker as in 4th of July. Like she will pop off on anybody. Ah, you won't even know. She's about to pop off. You might think she all sweet, look like a little firecracker. She pop off. You know what I mean? That's what I mean by that. Okay.
Was very honest. He was funny. He was joking around constantly with everyone. He was really sweet to me. He said to Speaker Johnson, he goes, okay, you got one more seat. You need to be tougher. He saw me. I was sitting back a little ways. He saw me in there and he was like, hello, Marjorie. He's always so sweet and recognizes me. And he said, are you being nice? He was joking. Are you being nice to Speaker Johnson? And I said, eh. And he said, okay, be nice to him. And I nodded my head. And then.
Oh, that was dope. That was dope. That was dope. They don't want to hear none of that. It was like, but did he say something mean? Did he say anything racist to MTG? Did he say anything that we can use? Because we want to blow this up.
So obviously Marjorie Taylor Greene, Wolf, they're trying to make light of a situation that really embattled Republicans for several weeks just last month. It's also clear, though, that Donald Trump laid out a couple of policy proposals, not in necessarily a serious way, but Marjorie Taylor Greene telling me that at one point Donald Trump seemed to entertain the idea of no income taxes for Americans. That is something she said he was just sort of throwing out there as a potential idea, just really bringing you back to the fact that Donald Trump in these forums likes to have a discussion, likes to feed off the audience, doesn't want this just to be him delivering a message to the conference, despite the fact that I will tell you a lot of Senate Republicans I've been talking to, that's what they are hoping to get from Donald Trump in just a short time when he speaks to them over at the National Republican Senatorial Committee. Wolf?
I thought it's interesting you say the National Republican Senatorial Committee, that they have a building off of the U.S. Congress. These meetings are not taking place inside the Congress. They're up on Capitol Hill, which is the neighborhood around the U.S. Congress. Explain why it's taking place off campus, shall we say.
Yeah, traditionally, when you want to talk about politics in Washington, D.C., you don't do that inside the Capitol building, sort of a piece of respect and also sort of going with how the rules work up here on Capitol Hill. So they often, and this isn't just when a presidential nominee is coming to speak to them, but if they, as a party, want to talk about polling, if they want to talk about fundraising, that is typically the avenue and the place that they do it, Wolf.
And that's why the political branches of the Republican Party and the Democratic Party, for that matter, as well, they have separate buildings off of the Capitol.
We don't like Wolf. I don't like Wolf. I think Wolf, I used to like Wolf. I used to think that he was a straight shooter when I used to watch CNN for my news. I don't watch CNN for my news. But here's the thing I don't like, and I really don't like this part right here. This is clickbait. This is complete clickbait. It says, hear what Trump told Marjorie Taylor Greene in meeting with Republicans. As if she said something bad. All he said is, Marjorie, are you being nice to them? Are you being good? You been cool? Because we already know you be popping off. We already know you start fights whenever we go anywhere. We already know it. So that was worth all this fanfare? I don't get it, man. I thought I was about to watch something worth watching, and that's why I don't see CNN full of it, man. That's CNN. It will serve CNN and MSNBC very well if Trump wins, because the only time they get great ratings is when the name Trump is inside of their titles, and they need for Trump to be in their titles on a daily basis. So I think they're acting like they want Biden to win, but I think deep down inside, yeah, I did. I got rickrolled. I didn't. They got me. It's all good. It's all good. Apparently, CNN. Let me see what this. I want to see what the comments say. It's a cult. These people are evil. MTG follows Trump around the country like a puppy. She is so needy and pathetic. These people are mean. These clips make it more clear than ever that this is idol worship and it's sickening. All right. Yeah. Everything is at stake. Yeah. No kidding. Time to vote your clown show out of DC. Is there a God? Mike Johnson would have already been struck by lightning. Excuse me, Mr. Speaker, correction. Trump is a former president. Please keep that in mind. Thank you. All right. So even the comments underneath the post were lackluster. At any event, Trump doesn't need the keys. God already hold the keys. Trump will be president. That's what I'm talking about. That comes from Catalina. You can daggone stamp that if she said it. All right. So what y'all thought about this, man? Thank y'all so much for pulling up. Thank you for being a part of the community that was hanging out with me while we were doing this YouTube-y stuff. I really appreciate it. And also, I want y'all to do me a favor. I want y'all to reach out to me with the word coach. For anybody that wants to grow on YouTube, here is my information scrolling across the bottom of the channel. And it says van.hall at lfrfamily.com. Y'all are dope. I'm trying to grow my channel. I want you to grow alongside of me and everybody else that we're working with right now. They will help you navigate your channel, navigate your brand. They will help you with editing. We will help you with editing, thumbnails, all of that. But don't think too hard on it. Just do it. Cut on that camera or talk to me about faceless content creation, because some people are not too comfortable with their face and their body being out there. Like some people don't even want to be recognized in their videos. If that's the case for you, reach out to me with the word coach so we can figure out how to do that exact thing for you. But your voice is necessary. Most of us are over the age of 30, and the generations that are behind us, they could use some of the value of our past stories, of our experiences, of our knowledge and wisdom that we've acquired over the years, just from living. And they need to know that. All right. You know how to bake? They need to know that. You know how to build? They need to know that. Are you into health? They need to know that. Why are you into health? Do you know a lot about the book of God? They need to know that. Why is that important to you? They need to know that. Family values. Maybe they don't already have it in their homes. They need to have that, and we can give that to them. The more of us who are actually making valuable content that they can take home for them, they can take home and share with their friends and share with their family members, That's what they need, rather than all of this debaucherous BS that's going around all of these social media networks. 30 seconds of twerking, 30 seconds of killing. It's like this videos of people being beat up, killed, robbed, ran over in cars, and all of this stuff that's on all of these social media networks. They need more people like yourself and me that can give them something that they actually need. Someone who can actually break down how government works. You can do that. Y'all help me with it. So cut on your camera and you can help them too. All right. Reach out to me with the word coach, and I will help you in your YouTube journey. And we got some really great stories as well. Let me see. We got somebody that's about to hit 30,000 right now. Beautiful young lady out Georgia, killing it. She's doing her thing. We got somebody who's, well, most of the people who work with me, they reach monetization in the first 30 days. That's going from 0 to 1,000 subscribers in 30 days. Some people have done it that work with me in 2 weeks, some in 3. So I'm just saying that's not an anomaly. That's most. So reach out to me with the word coach. Let's get it popping, and y'all continue to take care of each other. Now, I want to say thank you so much to all of my blues, all of the people who were helping me out: Catalia, Lisa Marie, Brandon, Angel. I think I saw Angel pull up. Thank y'all so much. Shout out to the LV Nation for pulling up and helping me out and hanging out. I appreciate it. You guys are absolutely remarkable. Shout out to everybody who participated inside of the chat, respectfully. If I had any trolls inside the comment section today, I didn't see them. So you know what I mean, much love to the trolls if they were in and out. And hopefully this was a good live stream. If not, feel free to send me some suggestions. Like if you know of any content that you want me to do and you think I should start reporting on it from my channel, please send this to the email that's below. Okay. All right. You don't have to send coach to that. You could just say, look, Van, here's some stuff you can check out. All right. Also, we are accepting sponsorships on the channel. So if you know of any companies that are looking to sponsor any live streams or any YouTube channels, reach out to me with that information too. And if we work out, then I would definitely give you a huge shout out and show you some love from my channel as well. Thank you to everyone on Twitch, on YouTube, and I'll see y'all on the next live stream. Cool? Cool. Hopefully y'all enjoyed yourselves. I certainly did. Peace, guys. Love y'all, and happy Father's Day to all of the men out there.